watching this and you've got somebody who is concerned about aging, tag them in, because these are going to be very simple things that can be altered to actually slow down that process. And also, if you are watching and you are not, see Abby, there we go, not using SPF, try and take on board some things that I'm going to say, because when you're 70 and you look like a 40-year-old, you're going to thank me, okay? These are fundamentals that people don't know that you need to know. Okay, another question. If you use an SPF, is it in your moisturiser alone? So you get a lot of moisturisers that you can buy that have SPF in. A lot of the over-the-counter products, they'll say include SPF 15. When you say, yes, you use an SPF, is that what you mean? Your SPF in your moisturiser? Is there one in the cream I got from you as the writing's too small? No, and there's not one. There's not one in the cream you got from me. So if that's the one you use, obviously you've only been using them a week or so, so it's still quite new. But no, there's not one in there. Okay, right. Gonna get down to it, get down to business. Right, let me have a look, let me open my notes. Right, okay, so this is the bit of a geek in me. So the sun rays release 3 different types of rays, okay? You've got UVA, UVB and UVC, okay? We don't talk about UVC because UVC cannot be penetrated through the Earth's atmosphere, so we don't need to protect against that. Then you've got UVB and then you've got UVA, okay? The best way of remembering this is UVA, so UV rays for aging, and then UVB for burning, okay? So they're the rays that we are protecting against. Now, let me know if you, when we talk about aging of the skin, when it comes to tanning, do you believe that when you wear your SPF to stop you burning, that is what stops the aging, if that makes sense? So if you put an SPF 50 on to stop you burning, do you feel that that is to stop the aging process? So as well as stopping the burning, you're trying to stop the aging, because if you burn your skin or if you tan the skin too much, it then looks old, okay? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your views against SPF and UVA and UVB, because it is quite complicated, and to be honest, a lot of people don't really understand it. So yeah, you've got your 3 rays, A, B, and C. A and B are the ones that we are protecting against. Now, like I said, UVA is the aging. Okay, this is what is aging the skin. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually penetrate UVA through glass. So lorry drivers in a lorry all day, driving all day, they can get the damage from UVA through the glass. Now, this is not going to tan them. This is just the UVA. This is what's going to age them. So you've got 2 different things that you're having to protect yourself against, because we don't want to be burning, obviously. And when we go on holiday, we also want to put an SPF on to stop us burning. But even in winter, you can't tan, you can't get a tan at all, you can't burn, but the rays can still age you because the sun is still out, okay? We don't live in the dark, you know, we don't have, what's that bloody country where it doesn't get light? It's still sun, and sun will still give off UVA. So if it is giving off UVA and it's in the height of the winter, it's not cloudy, you are out walking all day, you are getting UVA damage. If you're out in a car all day, I've got a few thumbs up, you are getting UVA damage, which is the aging part. And it penetrates through glass. For those that have just jumped on board now, Rebecca Ward, how often should you wear HelioCare? How often should you apply? Okay, Rebecca, tell me what that is. Is that I've heard of it, but please tell me what is that? Is that an SPF? Is it a skincare range? Let me know a bit more info on that. Oh, hey Gemma, hi Rachel. Right, okay, so for those that have just joined, we talk about UVA and UVB. UVB burns, UVA ages, okay? UVA, even in winter, when you are walking out and about all day long, driving in the car all day, lorry drivers, you can still get the damage of UVA. UVA penetrates through glass, okay? I am not making this up. This is fact, okay? Google it. Go onto Google, go onto Wikipedia and Google about UVA and UVB. So lorry drivers, I've shared a photo a couple of times of a lorry driver that one side of the face is old, other side of the face looks young. This is because that side of the face is getting a lot of hammering from the UVA. So UVA will age your skin. So this is why we have to wear SPF all year round. We're not wearing SPF to stop us burning, we're wearing it to protect our skin against aging. But also, the UVA is responsible for, I just wrote down a few bulletin points, that's why I'm looking. UVA is responsible for losing the skin's elasticity, which obviously turns into lines and wrinkles. It gets very leathery, pigmentation damage, okay, as well as skin cancer, okay. So it's there. So even if you're not a sun tanner, you know, you hear these cases of people that, you know, get skin cancer and they've never abused the sun ever. You know, they look after the skin in summer, but you need to be looking after your skin in winter as well, because the UVA is still there. The UVA is still hitting out. If the sun's up, then you're getting UVA. You're not getting the UVB because you've not. There is obviously UVB rays there, but not enough to actually burn you. Okay, but you are still getting the UVA radiation. Yeah. So an SPF should be used all year round because of that. For those that have just jumped on board, if you've got as long as it says 50, I thought I was covered. Okay, I'm going to go on to that, Anne, because there is when you're looking for SPFs, you've got two different type of ratings now on an SPF. Yeah. But if you use an SPF in a moisturiser, please comment, let me know, because a lot of people use a moisturiser every day and it says SPF 15 included. If that's you, please tell me, because this is so important for you guys, because you are not getting any protection whatsoever. And clearly, if you're putting a moisturiser on every day, you're concerned about your skin. You're doing it because you don't want your skin to age, or you want to improve your skin. You are not doing any good for your skin by solely using that. Okay, it's an SPF cream. Just wondered if you apply it in the morning, would it protect all day? Normally it would, if it is specifically, Rebecca's just commented, it's an SPF cream. If it is a specific SPF cream, okay, an SPF moisturiser, then yes, it should, and it's a factor 50, it should be fine for the whole day. If it's an SPF cream in a skincare moisturiser, so it's like an SPF with an added factor 15 put in there, then no, because these are probably not protected against rubbing, applying makeup, and obviously UVA, so you're not going to get that full protection. But normally, if it's a factor 50, an SPF factor 50, then you will get the protection all day. But you have to look at the rating of UVA as well, which I'm going to get onto. Hi Haley, who's just joined. We are talking SPF and skin. Right, okay, so the UVA penetrates deeper, which a lot of people don't know. For those that have just joined, UVA and UVB. UVB burns, UVA ages, okay? Most people are protected against UVB when they apply their moisturiser, because most moisturisers have it in, but not the UVA. Now, your UVA radiation penetrates a lot deeper. This is why it's responsible for the aging part of your skin problems. This is why it's responsible for the wrinkles, the leathery skin, the deep lines, okay? Because it's going quite deep, and that is obviously where the changes can happen to develop these problems. UVB is burning, okay? So when you start to get a suntan, that top layer of the skin will start to tan, or it'll start to burn. That's your UVB doing that, okay? So it's not like you are, by using something to stop the burning only, it's not going to protect the UVA as well necessarily, okay? You've got two different kind of UVs that you have to look at. So basically, using a UVA every day an SPF with UVA protection every day is going to defend the skin against photo aging, lines, wrinkles, thick leathery skin, and obviously some forms of skin cancer, you know. UV, like I said, UVB is responsible for the burning of the skin. So this is where obviously you're damaging that surface layer, and you do get a slight deeper penetration to the dermis, obviously, but it's not affecting very deeply. But this is where obviously if you have high exposure to UVB and it's not protected, it can lead to, you know, this is where your malignant melanomas can come in. Okay, so obviously I know we talk about skin cancer with the UVA, but we're talking of skin cancer as a bigger scale rather than like a small mole that has burnt and created, you know, the malignant melanoma. So yeah, UVB is what is burning the skin, and UVA is getting quite deep. The UVA radiation is getting quite deep, and which is what is causing the lines and wrinkles. Please stop me if you are getting confused and find some questions. You know, it's a confusing topic, okay, because we don't know what to use for the best. So please comment, let me know, like Rebecca's done. You know, Rebecca's put a good comment on there about the SPF, the Helicare. Is it Helicare? Hello Care. I've heard of it, but I can't picture it. You know, when you've heard of a brand of product, you can't picture it. So, right, okay, any questions, people, about what I've said so far? Right, right, so if we go on to the actual package of SPF. Now I'm talking of SPF you buy. So you'll go on holiday and you'll automatically buy an SPF cream. Yeah. You've obviously got your factor, which I would always be saying needs to be going factor 30 minimum. But it's not always necessary. It's not always just because it's a high factor for UVB doesn't mean it's a high protection against UVA. So when you're looking for a cream for your holidays, you need to be looking at a cream with at least a factor 30, but then you look at the star rating. A lot of SPFs now you'll see there's a star rating. If you've got a star rating of 1, 2, and 3, you need to stay clear. It's got not enough UVA. It needs to be a star rating of 4 or 5. So SPF 30 minimum and star rating of 3 or 5. Now you don't get these labels with skincare products because they are primarily skincare. Yeah, they're not sold for the sole purpose of SPF and UV protection. So you don't get the same ratings. You have to read more. You have to read the ingredients more to find out if it has got the UVA and the UVB in there. But if you was going to purposely buy an SPF cream for a holiday, you would get one which is what they call it is broad spectrum. Broad spectrum is another way of saying it's got UVB and UVA in there, protection in there. But it does need to be at least a 4 or 5 star rating for UVA and at least a factor 30 for the B. It's going to be pretty impossible. If you think so, you know what, I want a tan, I want a nice tan, but I don't want to age, it's going to be pretty hard for you to get like a factor 15 with a UVA protection of 5. It's not really going to work. Anything lower, anything 15 or lower is not going to have adequate UVA protection in. So you have to be looking at that as a starting point. There's some people that might think, you know what, now I want to, well, come and see me when you're 50 and you'll remember this conversation. That's all I'm going to say. Education is such an important subject. You are doing amazing. Oh, thank you, Rachel. That's so kind. I am trying to give you guys value and education. So from here, you make your informed decisions. You know where to go from here. But I think it's important that people actually understand what they're buying. You know, the amount of people, especially with these, obviously I've just not recently, but I'm doing a lot more of the skincare side now. People spend thousands and hundreds on skincare and they don't know what they're buying. They're buying over-the-counter products because that particular rep that stood there has said, oh, this is the Diet Coke. This is the product of the month, ladies. I want you to all sell 10 of them today. Okay, I'll sell 10. You know, they're all in it for, you know, the bonuses. I just want to kind of tell you what's in things and what is right and what is wrong, basically, and you decide from there what works for you. Rebecca is moisturiser SPF not as good as just SPF. No, you're right there. So a moisturiser with added SPF in more than likely is going to be an SPF of 15. This will not have any UVA in there. When I say any, I'm saying 85-90% chance this is not going to have that in there. If this is a moisturiser for anti-aging, or you're getting it over the counter on the high street, and it says anti-aging moisturiser with SPF 15, okay, you're buying that moisturiser because you're concerned about your skin aging and you want to improve your skin. All you are doing is giving you an SPF 15 to stop yourself burning. Okay, so by using that all year round, it is doing sweet FA to protect against UVA. So what you need to be protecting yourself against to stop you aging and improve your skin, it's not doing. It's only going to be beneficial when you go on holiday to stop you burning. So no, a moisturiser with SPF in there, of an SPF of 15 or lower, okay, sometimes even 20, okay, you have to look at your labels. You have to look at your labels and read them. It's not going to protect against UVA. So the damage that you're going to get, wrinkles, lines, pigmentation, obviously worst case scenario, skin cancers, like I've just touched on, you are not protected. You're only protected against the burning. Okay, so no, if you have got a moisturiser with added SPF in, yeah, continue to use it, but ignore the SPF. You need to double up and use an SPF as well. Okay. I've got an Elemis factor 50 at the moment. Read your labels. If it's a factor 50, and if the Elemis has a skincare, a solar line, an SPF line, then it may have the UVA and UVB in. But I'm talking of see, I use a Germaine de Cappuccini for many years. I love the products, and they've all got added SPF of 15. And I always thought, oh great, so I've got a little bit of added protection there. Yes, it's good that it's got that added in, but it's not got the UVA in, and I've learned this over the years, you know. So I've actually just switched to these last few months. I've switched to a moisturiser, Hikari. Now, for those who have been having treatment with me recently, the Miso Glow treatments, the cocktails that I use, the Miso Glow cocktails that I use and implant into your skin to get them amazing hydration results, it's this same range, okay? So it is a really good range. It's got things like your sodium hyaluronate in, which if you go back a few weeks, I did a live about it holding obviously instant hydration. But when you actually read this, it obviously along with all the other ingredients that are very active and will help anti-aging, it's basically a powerful 2-in-1 moisturizer and sunscreen, provides the ultimate protection from harmful UVA and UVB. Okay, so it will say, can we see, wait a minute, focus, no, let's blur it up. No, it says it there. It said, trust me, just trust me. Yeah, so basically, prevent the skin from dehydration, allowing to stay in the sun without losing your skin's vitality. The secret is the special natural components of the cream. So I've been using this. The reason why I like to use everything for a good month before I tell you about it is to make sure it's actually doing what I want it to do. Now, obviously, I can't prove that it's helping me fighting against signs of aging, because that's impossible. I'll tell you that in 20 years' time. But in terms of a moisturizer, because I had sorry, I go off on tangents now and again. I had an SPF 50, a skincare from a solar line. It was a solar line, so it was purely for sun exposure, and I was using that as a moisturizer. But because it wasn't designed as a moisturizer, it's more designed as an SPF, I had to double up. So I had to use that and a moisturiser. Now, I can't be asked to be using too many products in a morning, you know, that I'll just end up falling out the routine. So I wanted to find something that had active ingredients in, like this, which has got sodium hyaluronate in. I think it's got cocoa butter, so it gives that nice supplements as well, that nice hydration. I can't, labels are very small. What else has it got in? Glycerin, sodium hyaluronate, yeah, which is one of the main. Cocoa seed butter, cellulose lactate fruit. Yeah, it's got a lot of natural ingredients in there to help. Hexylbenzoate. Yeah, it is like a moisturizer, but it has the SPF 50, UVA and UVB put in there, so you're getting the benefit of both. Oh, hey Natalie. You're getting the benefit of both. So you only have to use one cream. You apply that, you use the one cream, and that's it, you're done. You've got the SPF 50 against UVA, so you're protecting your skin against you're protecting your skin against aging all year round. Then you've got the UVB, so when you hit the summer months, you're protecting against the burning. So this has both in it. If you have a moisturizer, I'll repeat it again. If you have a moisturizer, or a few more just joined in. Sorry, I didn't say hi. Paul, Emma and Jodie. Hello. If you have a moisturizer that has got included an SPF 15 in there, that is not protecting you against aging at all. It will just stop you burning. So all year round, how come I've said hello? Can anyone see that comment? I've said hello on the live. I haven't done that. I'm really confused. Seriously, it says there, Essjay has said hello and a thumbs up. You know what? Unlike my husband's got my husband might have logged into my account and put hello. Well, that's really confused me, so don't do that again. Right, okay, so yeah, so moisturizer, for those that have just joined, if you have a moisturizer with an SPF in of 20 or lower, it probably isn't protecting you against UVA, which is probably the reason why you wanted to use it anyway, because you're concerned about aging. So change it to something like this. Okay, Hikari Factor 50 cream. I now have these and I sell these in my clinic. They are going really well at the moment because I'm getting so many people on board with the skincare. And this is a moisturizer. If your skin is at a good stage, you know, you've had some treatment or you've had a really good skincare for a while, you're not having to work on anything specific, but you are just wanting to prevent these signs of aging, then you need to be getting this. It will be something that is going to protect the skin and slow down that aging process. So I can't stress it enough, and it's all year round. It's Natalie, haha, I changed it to you for some reason. Oh, right, okay, that's fine, Natalie, thank you. Natalie, who's just joined, Natalie Hartshaw, my sister-in-law, she does some mesotherapy with me. She's been doing some of the meso glows, so obviously she responds to a few inquiries as well. So she is commenting on my feed, which is really disturbing. Don't worry, you can carry on, you can share on. Yeah, well, anyway, so yeah, Anne, you're quite good with your skincare at the moment. We're getting there. And obviously, I don't want to be all my clients that come to me for treatments and for me to sort their skincare out. I don't want to bombard people and say, right, you've got to cleanse with this, moisturize with this, SPF with this. It's sometimes too much. And if you introduce too much, you're not going to stick to it. So, for example, I'm going to use you as an example, if you don't mind, Anne. You're sorting out your treatment in salon, okay? You've took on board a really good hydrating day and night cream to really get them hydration levels sorted. Once you feel that your hydration has improved, you then move that cream that you're using to your night and then introduce this for the day. So then you've got in your SPF in the day, okay? I think it's better just to sort out the skin first, because if your skin needs work, if it needs a bit of help, it needs hydration, and then you go to a cream like this, you may feel like you're not getting the adequate hydration. So have a few Miso Glow treatments first. Get a really good moisturiser with very high levels of sodium hyaluronate in, your copper triptates, copper. Bloody hell, I can't even, you know, me and skincare names. Is it on this one? Yeah, your copper extracts. They're fantastic for hydration. Get a moisturiser like that on board first to sort out your hydration, and then bring in this for your maintenance, you know. And then when it goes to season change, what you can do is, if you feel your skin becomes a little bit dehydrated, add another cream in and double up if you feel you need to. But an SPF all year round has to be used. And if you remember this conversation, remember that you had this conversation, these young ones that are watching, okay? Anyone that is like my age or younger, if you are not using SPF, start now, because in 20 years' time, your skin will still be looking great, okay? I treat many ladies that are now in the 50s, and they all say, please tell me, if you are watching and you're in that category, over 50s, and I'm treating you now, what do you all say to me? I wish I would have started with my skincare when I was younger, because you wouldn't be having to have as invasive procedures. Anybody else got any comments about SPF or about what they currently use? Tell me what you use, and I can try and help and advise whether it's the right thing for you. Let me go back to my a question. I got sent this question today when somebody oh, I've got your question, Rebecca. Bear with me. Well, if I don't say it, I forget. Vitamin D. Okay, we are all deficient. Yeah, is that the right word, or efficient? No, deficient. We are all deficient in vitamin D. Most people are, okay? Especially, you know, we have a good 6 months a year where there's not enough sun, we don't get enough sun rays. We are deficient in this. So if I'm telling you to be wearing an SPF every single day to protect against UVA, UVB, you are not going to be absorbing vitamin D either, okay? And that can sometimes be a problem, because we need vitamin D for our bones. Simple answer, take a supplement or change your diet, okay? If you've got a good diet, a really good high vitamin and iron-rich diet, you won't need to be in the sun getting the vitamin D rays, okay? If that's not enough, take a supplement. I take a vitamin D supplement every day, and I think it costs me 10 quid for 60 capsules, 60 days, 10 quid. I take that every day. You can take supplements of vitamin D. You can't take supplements to protect against UV damage. So sort out the UV, the UVA and the UVB. Sort out what is going to age you, burn you, and potentially give you cancer, malignant melanomas. Sort that out, and the vitamin D can be taken in a supplement. Easy. So when people say to me, oh, I'm a bit deficient in vitamin D, I need my vitamin D for my bones. No, take a supplement. Simple. You don't need it. You don't need it. You can substitute that way. So that answers that question. If you disagree, I apologize, but let's fight it out. Does it not work better if you put SPF on before moisturiser? Think I read it absorbs and works better if applied before a moisturiser. Yeah, some of them, the one that I used to use, yes, because I feel that moisturiser then creates that bit of a barrier. But then also, you're adding more on top, you're then rubbing it, you're then touching it more. So are you getting the right protection? And also what I think when it comes to just your SPFs is we don't actually apply it thick enough. So when people say to me, oh, I've got an SPF 50, I apply it in the morning, then I'm done. Sometimes we don't apply it thick enough. So if it's like a solar range and it's not a skincare range, you won't apply it enough. And also with a skincare range as well, you know, if I was using, in winter, I find that I can use this every morning and I'll be fine. When I get to summer, I'll apply this twice a day, because I want to make sure it is thick enough to give me that full coverage of the longer days, you know, the longer days and the more UVB as well. But yeah, a lot of people do seal it with a moisturiser on top. It is personal preference. but it also depends on the moisturiser. Now, this one has got a lot of hydrating properties in, so you'll feel like you've had your skin moisturised. Some of your SPF facial creams can be very light, so as you put them on, they can soak straight in. You almost feel like you've not got anything on, so then you feel like you have to moisturise as well. So it really depends on what brand. Yeah, I'm saying definitely. I take vitamin D every day. Exactly. You know, it is common. A lot of people are deficient in vitamin D. But yeah, Anne Dixon, she is one of these ladies that are saying, I wish I would have looked after my skin when I was younger. Oh, Christina's jumped on board. Hey, Christina, where are you? Are you UK? That's interesting. I'll tell you what, whoever's jumped on, whoever's watching right now, please tell me where you're watching from, because these last few lives I've done, I've had people, oh, okay. I don't know what I did then. These last few lives I've had people that have been from all over. Damo, you're up the road. How are you? Right, okay, so have we got any more questions about what you guys use on your skin? And I've pinned another post as well. I don't know how I've done that, Rebecca. I do apologise. It's because it's touch screen, so when I touch it, I end up pressing things. So yeah, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where in the world you are. That'll be interesting. Oh, Kelly's just jumped on board. Oh, Kaylee, you guys are late to the party. I'm almost finished. So you're gonna have to watch this on replay, but I will just give you a few. Let me just make sure I have finished actually. Made the same way. Not broad spectrum. Yeah, okay. So what I was saying about moisturisers, moisturisers that have SPF in, normally an SPF 15 or maybe 20, are not what you call broad spectrum. Okay, broad spectrum is when it's got UVA protection and UVB protection in there. Normally it's UVB only. So people that wear a daily moisturizer with SPF 15 in are only protecting against burning. They are not protecting against the sun rays, the UVA damage, which is responsible for aging our skin. So you should be wearing a sun protection every day, all year round. I've been changing a light bulb and missed the start. How long did it take you to change a light bulb? You have to watch it, you go back. I am just, because obviously some of my early ones have left now, because I've got bored of hearing my voice, I don't mind repeating myself, you know. So yes, UVA is responsible for aging, UVB is responsible for burning. We can absorb UVA through glass. We can be sat in a car driving all day, every day, through our whole life, and we will get UVA damage. UVA penetrates deeper. It's responsible for lines, wrinkles, pigmentation, and also forms of skin cancer as well. So just because you're not outdoors, and just because the sun is not hot enough to burn, you are still creating a lot of damage to your skin. So SPF needs to be worn all year round, but it can't just be an SPF that you have in a moisturizer, which has got an added SPF of 15, because this is not broad spectrum. Okay, so the one that I've been talking about is this new one I've been trialing from Hikari. Hikari is the range of products that I use in my Miso Glow treatments. So Kaylee, Kelly, Anne, you've all had a little bit of a dabble with these ingredients anyway. So you know obviously the concept behind it, the hydration concept. But this is an SPF 50 cream. It's good as an everyday cream. So you can use this. You could say substitute your day cream for this once you've sorted out your hydration levels, because I know a few of you, like Kelly, sorry, I've been ripping up carpets ready for tomorrow. So yeah, Kelly, you use a good moisturizer at the moment. Once your hydration levels have been reached, you could move that to your nighttime and introduce SPF in the day. Okay. I'm all about prevention. I'm all about what my skin's going to look like in 20 years time, and this is what's going to help that. If you've got parents that are like, oh, I use Estee Lauder, it's got SPF 15 in to stop me aging, bullshit, it doesn't work. they need something like this. And I'm not just saying this, but I'm saying they need something that has, when you read the bottle, it needs to have broad spectrum. It needs to protect against UVA and UVB. If it is just a factor 15, guaranteed, I'll put my life on it, or maybe not my life, I'll say 98% chance, it's only got UVB in, which is pointless if you're wearing it in the winter months, you know, because you ain't going to burn in the winter months, you know. And the reason why you probably moisturize is because you don't want your skin to age. So that little sales pitch that somebody's sold to you, say, oh, well, this is really great, it's got an SPF 15 in, is a bunch of bullshit, because you're not getting the true benefits of that, because it hasn't got the broad spectrum. So it has to be broad spectrum. It has to be UVA and UVB. Yeah. So yeah, I have repeated myself. So sorry for those that watched earlier. I just know Kaylee and Kelly would have been quite interested in this. And Damien, you're always interested. You're always being nosy. Love it. So yeah, so let me know if you use, let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you've got anything you'd like to say about what I've spoke about. I would advise those that only watch this last 10 minutes to go earlier on and watch it, because it is very interesting. I find it interesting. Please tell me you find it interesting, because I show up every week and I do my thing. Please let me know. Are my lives informative for you? That's all I want to know. Am I giving you food for thought? Am I giving you knowledge for you to make your decisions? That's all I want in life. What else have I wrote down? Yeah, but the main thing, like, you can absorb UVA through glass. That's ridiculous, you know. We all think, oh yeah, put our sun cream on, and you know, we're fine. You know, or don't put it on because, you know, I'm just driving about, or don't put it on because it's winter. What you need to know is you are not. I've got one thumb up. So one person enjoys my lives. Thank you, that one person. Drop us a comment and let me know who you were. So yeah, a lot of people think the aging part of sun is if we burn. Okay, so people think, oh, if we burn, it ages. No, we burn, we damage, but we also can age without a burn. Okay, we can live our lives behind glass, you know, out of the way of, you know, the direct rays, without an SPF on, and still age our skin. Look at that lorry driver picture. Oh, I'm getting some love. I'm getting some love hearts. Woohoo! Love it. So yeah, you know, the UVA is what ages us, and we don't want to age. I want you to remember this conversation. You need to remember this in 20 years' time and say that Essjay woman that sits and does lives in her pajamas told me that I was going to look a sack of shit in 20 years if I didn't use SPF. Okay? Either that, or I want you in 20 years to be looking at yourself and thinking, okay, now I look good. I thank Essjay for that. I prefer the latter. So once the skin is fully hydrated, could you switch to use an SPF cream instead of a day cream? Yes, Kaylee. It depends on what cream. Obviously, I'm going to recommend mine because I've tried and tested it, and it's more of a medical graded cream. Okay, so I know what's in it and what it does. Now this one, which Kelly, thanks Kelly for the love heart. Kelly, you will know because you're using the current moisturiser that I am selling, and also Anne, I don't know whether you're still watching, Anne. The moisturiser that you've got for the day and night, the hydrating moisturiser, has got sodium hyaluronate in. Now sodium hyaluronate is fantastic for hydration. This has got it in as well. So you're getting the hydration, okay, but you're also getting that protection as well, that SPF protection. So yes, if you're a couple of months, couple of weeks into a new skincare and you find the hydration levels already improving, then it doesn't mean you have to buy an extra cream. Just move that day and night cream just tonight and introduce this in the day, you know, and then you can then protect your skin, okay? But you must. Or would you need to moisturize as well? It depends, Kaylee. I don't think I need to moisturize with this. With others, I have had to. Okay, so I had an SPF 50 before this, and it was from a company called Germain de Cappuccino, which I love. I love their products, but I had to double up. Okay, what you may find is certain season changes, you might have to double up. So you might have to say, if you're using a hydrating night cream, when you get close to summer, you might think, oh, you know what, my skin feels a little bit more dehydrated than normal. I'm going to apply this and then my moisturizer afterwards. So you've got to just you've got to feel your skin and feel and listen to your skin as well. If your skin needs more hydration, give it more hydration. And you'll also find not necessarily season changes, stress, you know, that affects our skin. If we've had like a really crazy busy week and our diet has just gone out the window, we've not been drinking enough water, you might think, you know what, my skin is feeling really sluggish and really dehydrated. You then maybe need to add another moisturizer in. Well, this is where I'm here to kind of advise you along the way. If you get to them stages where you're like, shit, my skin doesn't feel as good as it was, what do I do? Drop me a message and tell me how it feels. I even have little, I don't think anyone's watching that's had these. I have little vitamin C ampules, which are fantastic for a 10-day blast. Use them for 10 days, instantly gives you that that boost of the skin, and then continue. So there's many different ways you can do it. Any more questions? Claudia, love your broadcast. Thank you, honey. And Claudia is a fellow technician as well. So it's really nice that somebody who is in the industry loves what I do. Got it. Yep. Okay, so any more questions, folks? Speak now or forever hold your peace. You know what I was thinking today is, if I think back to my first live where I was absolutely shitting myself, made sure I had my full makeup on, made sure I didn't swear, made sure I stayed on topic, and I compare that to now. I think they're a lot better now, a lot more fun now. Yeah, but it's all good. The reason why I'm doing these is just giving you guys info. You know, I've got a lot of shit in my head that is nice to share with people. If you're interested, tune in. If you're not interested, don't tune in. But also tag people. I do like tags, and also a comment. Okay, just drop in a comment, even if it's saying hi. That comment, what that comment actually does, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, what that comment actually does is let more people see it. Okay, Facebook is fantastic for people like myself to kind of let the world know what I'm doing, and small businesses. It's brilliant, but support these small businesses. I'm not just saying myself, you know, if you follow a little company that you like, a little business that you like on Facebook, drop them a comment every now and again, because just dropping them one comment lets Facebook show 10 more people that post. Okay, so it's all just supporting these smaller business, which is lovely. That's just me going off on a little bit of a tangent. Jane, you should watch this if you haven't already. Jane, yes, you should. You all should. It is very informative. So yeah, I'm going to go now. I'm going to watch Celebrity Get Me Out of here. A little bit of a rushed night. I sat down. I normally like to have my tea before I go on the live. And when I sat down for my tea, it was 24 minutes past 8. So you can imagine I inhaled my dinner, and then at 26 minutes past 8, my daughter came downstairs, and I'm like, you dare come downstairs during my live? I tell you. So yeah, so it was. I was a little bit rushed before I started. So hopefully that didn't come across. Can I use my cream tonight? Anne, test it. Can you test it for me first? Anne's had a Miso Glow facial today. Because it is not the repair balm, it might feel a little bit tight to use. So just get a little bit and just dab it on your cheek and just see how it feels. Okay. If it doesn't feel too bad, doesn't feel too tingly, then yes, go for it. Okay. That's answered that. So yeah. Thank you very much. I've had 40 comments. That's really nice. I don't know how many people have tuned in. There's only 7 watching now. I think I've bored a few people, which is fine. So see you all soon. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about on my next live. Oh, one more thing. I have recently trained, like some of you know, in chemical peels and dermaplaning. Okay. Now, when I say chemical peels, it freaks people out a little bit. I am not talking of these TCP peels that literally take that top layer of skin off so you can never go outside again, turns your skin white. I'm not talking of any of that nonsense. I am talking of a lot more of a shallower peel. But what I am doing, I am putting together some packages, okay? I've got many people coming to me with specific concerns. So pigmentation damage, acne scarring, really congested skin, rosacea. All these people are coming with very specific concerns. And what I am going to do is put together some packages. And these packages are going to consist of in-salon treatments as well as home care. It's going to be like the ultimate package, yeah? So these packages are going to be sold as a package. You would have a certain amount of treatments, whether that be a mixture of miso glowing chemical peels, and you will also have a home care pack to complement that as well. I want to deal with people that are ready to fully invest in their skin. I've got, and they're both watching tonight, which is lovely. Anne and Kaylee, two of my most recent clients, they are 100% invested on a change. Okay. Oh, Kelly as well. Sorry, Kelly, I missed you out, darling. They're completely invested in a change. They want to achieve results. They're taking on board a program of treatments and taking on board skincare at home. If you are having just one treatment with me of Miso Glow, it's going to be lovely. You're going to feel a benefit. But if you go home and then start using shit on your skin afterwards, or not using anything on your skin and never have any more treatments, you are not going to get long-lasting results, and you're not going to get changes, okay? For you to get bold results, you have to make bold decisions. I love that motto. I made it up. Inspired by Kaylee. So yes, if you are wanting to see bold differences in your skin and you want to see dramatic change in your skin, you've got to put in the time, the effort, and the money as well, unfortunately. One or two treatments here, there, and everywhere is fine. You're going to feel great after them. You really will. It'll give you that instant hydration. But if you're wanting to really get rid of that pigmentation, get rid of that deep acne scarring, stop them pimples and pittiness and everything else, you need to invest, and you need to put 100% in. Kaylee, I hope you don't mind me saying, she's decided to not wear any makeup whatsoever and use the skincare that I've recommended, come in for salon treatment, and not put anything else on her skin until the end of the course of the Miso. So she knows that she is giving it 110%. And these are the people that will get the results. So I salute you, people. I sound like I was doing like an acceptance ceremony type of thing. Anyway, I'm boring myself now. I'm going. Have a lovely evening, you guys. I'm going to watch Celebrity Get Me Out of here now. Yeah. So love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can still tag people in. You can still share this. Share the love. Let's educate people, and let's get Doncaster looking young in 20 years' time. We all want to just stay the same. Let's not change this. Let's keep this youthfulness. Yeah. So yeah. Good night, guys. Love yous. Bye. I'm pressing end and it's not going. Here we go.